What's up, guys? This is going to be my first segment of my eBay podcast. I looked on eBay, I looked on YouTube last night and just searched eBay. And, a lot of people were just posting videos about giving tips on how they sell, basically tips to how to sell, what to sell, what's hot to sell. Basically saying, talking about the process of going to Goodwill or using Craigslist or um, and then after or going from Goodwill, putting the products on eBay or putting them on Amazon, whatever the choice is. And really, it's not even a choice. I guess that once you get deep into it, there's a difference between eBay and Amazon. I feel like Amazon's more like retail kind of related, and then like the books. A lot of people like sell books on there. I know that's big. Even though I haven't even started selling on Amazon, I'm about to start considering it and looking more into it. Um, and then eBay's more like I guess eBay's more like sports collectors, vintage collectibles. Obviously, if you want to do the auction style. Um, I guess another big difference I feel that I've been hearing is the shipping. Amazon's You don't control your shipping on Amazon. Amazon tells you what the shipping price is, and I'm not sure what the max is, but someone was saying in a video that I saw that 7.99 was the most Amazon will uh, grant you. So I'm not sure. Anyway, point is, eBay you can mark the shipping whatever, so that's a benefit. I also think eBay charges the fees, the 9%. Well, I know they charge the 9% or whatever, and then plus with PayPal another 3%, I believe. So 9%, 3%. I don't know what Amazon is. I don't know. They might not even. Honestly, they might not charge you anything. But anyway, like I said, I'm still looking at the pros and cons of both of them. But anyway, the point of this video is though, is what I feel like people are missing on telling these beginners on how to sell things on eBay. They're telling them, but they're telling them the same thing that they're already telling themselves, and they're still not doing it. So I kind of just want to literally walk through it. You know what I'm saying? From the get go, like finding the items. So for example, like right now, here I'll show you. Basically, I'm I'm in my garage, and here, luckily for me, you know, I am fortunate to have basically 25 garage sales in my house. And what I mean by that is just items full, just full of stuff. And this is, what I'm looking through at the moment is these white bags right here, and this one. Before I started selling on eBay, which I just got back on about 90 days ago, and basically, well, first off, yeah, well, let me finish that comment. Basically, I just started about, I think I've been on about 3.5 months, and from the get go, I was just gonna try to buy and resell cards I've been collecting for the last 10 years. Since I was young, since I was like 10, 11, and even before that, I was collecting Pokemon. So I was aware of the eBay game through cards. We were on there. Me and my uncle is younger than me. He lives in Miami, which I'm going to talk about him in a little bit because he's also in the eBay world. But we were big time collectors. At like 13, 14, we were collecting like how grown men would do, like literally only autos, like auto cards, auto rookies. Literally nothing else, like nothing. If it was a regular card without an auto or jersey, it wouldn't be in our box. Um, so the benefit though is we were on eBay a lot, what I'm saying, and it was a constant kind of just being on there and watching and bidding, and it's that time, putting that time into anything, that putting 10,000 hours, you put that 10,000 hours to master anything. Um, so anyway, so like I said, eBay is no different. Just putting in that 10,000 hours is hard. A lot of people don't want to put in the work. That's the thing. A lot of people will never put the 10,000 hours into anything in their entire life. Nothing. And, I heard this guy said it right. He's like, this stuff is simple, selling stuff on eBay. It really is simple. But he said it's not easy. And, I don't even know if I'd like to call it simple because hard work is not simple. You know what I'm saying? Because hard work is obviously not simple, or we'd all, everyone would figure it out. It's, I think, I get what he's saying. It's not like real, there's not a lot of, stuff you don't gotta be a brain surgeon, and you don't gotta be a biochemist but at the same time, you know, for what it doesn't take mentally, like it basically it equalizes in the work ethic and put in the work. I like I said, I've had my new eBay account for 3.5 months. It's KandisLabel, 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 and I've had about the 3.5 months, and I have 144 feedback, I believe. 144 feedback, and that's about 100 and let's say 105 days. Anyone who knows eBay knows, first off, and if you don't know eBay, let me tell you, not everyone leaves feedback. Me personally, I don't leave feedback all the time. I literally will, go like 60 people and then go and leave it. And I still, sometimes I don't even leave feedback. It just, I don't know, maybe, and that's probably wrong with me. I'm gonna start leaving more feedback. I'm probably missing out on some feedback, but the point is, like, so that means I know if I'm doing it, there's other people not doing it. So basically, I have 144 left feedback since I've had my new account. 144 in about 105 days. That it's a rapid speed. You know what I'm saying? That's a rapid speed. That means, I don't know the exact number of items I've sold, and yeah, some of the stuff is bought items. My feedback. I bought a good chunk of cards because like I said, the first idea was gonna buy and resell cards. And buy and resell cards is simple to me, but it's not gonna be simple to everyone else. The different, because not everyone else has the eye for football. I've been watching football since I was 6. I like to believe that I'm a. Oh wait, hold on. The shirt actually matches. Hold on, the shirt actually fits the. Oh shit! Sorry, my fault. Look, fantasy football wizard. See that? Boom. But anyway, yeah, I've been big into football since I've been 6. Basketball, football, and then especially the last like 7, 8 years, I got into fighting, MMA, boxing. Yeah, the fantasy football wizard shirt. Fantasy football, for example, is basically like fantasy football. A lot of people do fantasy football now, but it's a lot of free leagues. And they do it with their friends, maybe $20, and that's big. My second biggest league is $110 or $105 entry fee league, and that's kind of like big. Like wow to people, like that's kind of alien to them. That's my second biggest league at 105 entry. My big league that I've been doing for 8, 9 years, it's a dynasty league, a keeper league. We keep 3 players each year. That's $375 entry fee. That's that's up there. That's up there with the big dogs of fantasy football. My point of saying this is fantasy football. All that is you see talent, you believe in talent, and you stick with it. You know what I'm saying? And you hopefully stick to your guns and believe in what the talent you see, and hopefully it pans out. Point is, cards are the same thing. Hopefully, this rookie wide receiver, rookie running back, this quarterback who could get the starting job, or, a quarterback in a good situation, like a E.J. Manuel for Buffalo Bills this year, or even Geno Smith. Like, those were the guys people were looking out for. I mean, the rookie draft class, quarterback-wise, wasn't that good, and in the card world, quarterbacks are pretty much the only guys that really, really make money. Like, cards are, cards are, they've died a lot. Sports cards have died a lot over the last, 5 years. But there's guys that sell, usually it's the quarterbacks. Like, right now, the Andrew Lucks, Russell Wilsons, those are the cream of the crop, Those are untouchable. I mean, not untouchable, I'm just saying those are the hottest guys to get. And look at it right now. I mean, they're both still in the playoffs. If, every game they win for this week, or they win this weekend, which I'm going to do an NFL podcast. I'm going to probably do it after this, just straight NFL. But, if they win after this, if the Colts beat the Broncos, Colts beat the Patriots, he skyrockets. This card's skyrocketing even more, and they've been skyrocketing, all year, since last year. And that's Andrew Luck. Russell Wilson, same thing. If Saints, they come in, Seattle is expected to beat them, but still, Russell Wilson's going to have to put up a good game. He wins that game. These cards are shooting up. I've been stacking up on some Russell Wilsons. I got 2 Gem Mint, BGS Gem Mint, Top Pro Model rookies. I'm going to show those in my next, I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to show my podcast. Let me get back to this real quick. The point was, talking about cards, and basically, so I had a feel of it. Yeah, the idea was I was just going to buy and resell cards. Well, then, some work stuff came up. We had to move some stuff out of these tap out offices down in Huntington Beach, or I don't know exactly where we were. I think Huntington Beach. And point was, we went in there, and they had all these extra tap out shirts with tags on it still, and they were just gonna give them away. And I was like, shit, I'll take them. I kind of had in my head right now that I just started the cards thing, I want to sell. I was basically looking for something without even really looking, and it fell into my lap. That's God stuff. Well, whatever, I'm not gonna get that. But anyway, so these shirts fell in my hand. I had like 140 shirts. Yeah, end of the day, my dad wanted to give them to people. I just let them sit there for about 2, 3 months. Dad, sorry, I'm not letting these sit here any longer. I had to sell them. Him and my uncle kind of, said something to me. He got mad. But like I said, if I didn't take them, they would have sat there for a year anyway. But anyway, the point is that just translates to this as well. I mean, basically back to these toys. I mean, these toys were in bags, and they did this. They did this before I started this. So it's not like they did this, intentionally or anything. So, but that being the case, I've went out here 2 different occasions. So like I went out probably like a month ago and looked at this stuff, and I was only looking for certain things. I was looking for like some Nerf guns and toy guns, and like some like stuffed animals and some like toy swords, and I sold those on eBay. Not much for anything, but so then I was like, you know what? I might as well just get. My brother's been going through his room, and he has that sense of, I just don't think he'll sell anything, which we all do from the beginning. From the beginning, like I said, I was only selling cards. I knew I could sell like electronics, like Apple products. Obviously, that's the hot. Everyone that's like, Apple products might as well be gold. And then like video games. I've been into video games my whole life, so I have a sense of that. So it was really like cards, video games, electronics, computer stuff, and also it was also the sense of too. You always from the get go. I feel like, I don't know if it's for everyone, but for me, we always see the big number. So it's like, we don't see, oh, let's get that thing and sell it for $12. I don't know. Maybe that's just human nature. We all want we want the house built overnight. We never want to build one brick at a time. I think it's in that same syndrome. But anyway, so finally, I actually got mad props to Palm Desert Auctions on eBay. She has about 16,000 feedback. Palm Desert Auctions, got mad love, respect. She actually, when I first started my account about 3.5 months ago, I had some good items that I wanted to sell, and I kind of wanted some cash, and I obviously, with zero feedback, it's hard. I knew the game coming in. I knew, I thought the seller restrictions sucked, but I knew how it worked. I knew I needed to, people were going to buy, way more people were going to spend more on hers, or bid, more people are going to bid on hers, and it's going to go for a lot higher. If she sold for me. So, and it's hard to get people like that. Luckily she was in Palm Desert. I'm in Palm Desert, California, Rachel Mirage. I saw Palm Desert Auctions. I was like looking for an eBay shop, something like the eBay shop. I was going to go in there and do consignment, and it popped up. I messaged her on eBay, and luckily it went smooth. Literally swapped numbers, literally talked to her. I think I went over there later that day, or no, I went over there the next day, and I brought over some items I wanted to do, and we worked out a deal, and she sold them for me, and it got me like a jump start. You know what I'm saying? She's a big part of it. But the point of it is, she also showed me this sense of what else you could sell. And she wakes up Saturday morning, 6 a.m. every morning, drives down to, we live in Palm Desert, and she drives down to Orange County, which give or take an hour and a half away, maybe 2 hours of traffic. I'm not exactly sure, but let's just say anywhere in an hour to 2 hour range. She wakes up at 6 a.m. every Saturday morning, goes down to this garage sale that they have every week, and basically she goes there and she buys, this is her thing, she buys used sports equipment. So whether her main things are like used golf clubs, tennis rackets, and then she always had like football equipment, like shoulder pads, and it opened my eye. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I guess it's like, as much as we think we know this, it's like, whether we know it or not, it just needs to be put in our face, and so my point was, that was an awakening. It was like, damn, so there's so much stuff I could sell. And what's crazy, she doesn't even sell on Craigslist, and Craigslist has all the stuff that she ever wants, like from all the golf clubs and tennis rackets, and she doesn't even use that. She's still kind of keeping an OG. But anyway, so I got a rambling. I hope I got some good stories on here. Got some good info just to hear. I'm gonna wrap the video up under 15. I just want to keep all my videos under 15, and I'm gonna do a new one. The next one I'm gonna do I'm gonna show you guys the process of actually posting it, from getting the item to looking up the price, and to then listing it. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed. My name's Vinny. I'm out. Peace.